Hello everyone, it's Paola and today I am super over the moon excited about announcing my book club. I just really want to read romance books by authors of color with all of you. I always try my absolute hardest to be as involved as I possibly can when it comes to readathons and so on and so forth. I really love the aspect of group reads in readathons. However, a lot of the times those book picks end up being super white. And by super white, I mean that they are consistently books by white authors. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I just feel like there's a lack of love towards authors of color, more specifically in the romance genre. So that's why I decided to create the Accidentally in Love book club. This is a book club where I just really want to read romance books by authors of color with all of you. We are going to be shuffling between new releases and past releases. I don't know how I'm going to be able to organize it all because of the thing that has been haunting us, which is lockdown. I really wanted to highlight more new releases for the purposes of this book club being more accessible and more welcoming to anyone and everyone who wants to join. I decided we should shuffle between new releases and past releases. We are going to be reading anything and everything the romance genre has to offer. I made polls on Twitter so that I could have an understanding of what people were looking for in terms of their reading experiences with romance. And to my surprise, I really don't know why this was surprising to me, but to my surprise, a lot of people wanted to read a contemporary book as our first pick, so that's what I ended up choosing. I will announce it shortly. Then I polled about romance readers' favorite subgenre, which ended up being contemporary by 45%, which I don't know why, but it was super surprising to me. I was not expecting the percentage to be that high, but I'm very pleased because contemporary romance is also my favorite subgenre. And I asked about your least favorite subgenre, which ended up being the paranormal subgenre. 42% of the people who voted for paranormal, which is very fair. I've never read any kind of paranormal romance, but I would love to give it a shot. But I completely understand why people don't like this subgenre. And then the last two questions I asked were, have you ever read dark romance and do you like it? And would you ever step out of your comfort zone? 33% of people answered that yes, they do like dark romance. 54% of people said that they would want to try a dark romance book. And 13% of people said they were not interested in reading a dark romance book. Completely fair, completely valid. I still don't know how I feel about that particular subgenre. I've never tried it before, but I would love to check it out, which is why I asked the would you ever step out of your comfort zone. 0% answered no, which is fantastic. 64% of people voted for yes/always, and 36% of people said maybe once in a while. And I honestly don't know what maybe once in a while means to me. I don't know how many times I'm going to be picking unpopular subgenres or unpopular books or whatever, because I want this book club to be your book club as much as it is mine. So I'm going to be hosting consistent polls on Twitter. I will leave a link to the Accidentally in Love book club Twitter down below so that you can check it out. And I will be hosting polls consistently so that we are in sync in terms of what books we want to read, if we're in the mood to step out of our comfort zones, if we're not. I want to take into account what everyone else has to say and what everyone else wants to read. Now let's jump into the book pick. For June, we are going to be reading Girl Gone Viral by Alicia Rai. I hosted another little poll on Twitter and I was between two books, and this is the one that won. And I am super, so unbelievably excited about this one. It features a bodyguard and forced proximity, which is so hot. I am so incredibly excited. There is going to be a live show right here on this channel, Paola Guerrero, mark it down. And what I was thinking, let me know if this works for you, is to host the live show the weekend of the following month. So for example, for June ends on the 30th, which I think is a Wednesday, I don't know. That would be Sunday, July 5th, to discuss Girl Gone Viral. And finally, the last and most exciting thing that I have to share about this book club is that I'm going to have co-hosts. They are going to be joining me on a live show. I am going to be picking a different co-host for every different month. And this first co-host is one that I am super excited about. They are my good friend and I love them to pieces. They are Cande from Latinx Magic here on YouTube. I will leave all their social media links down below so you can check them out. Please do so. Alrighty, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you will be joining, if you won't be joining, if you'll be joining maybe in July, maybe in August. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!